Ooh, pre-workout time. Here I got 4 tacos with some rockfish, pretty low fat, and some cilantro lime Costco already pre-cooked shrimp. Macro should be on the side somewhere. It's something like, I want to say 76 grams of carbs, probably like 55 grams of protein, and probably 10 to 12 grams of fat, something like that. Usually I'll have something pretty high sodium for pre-workout just because you need sodium for your workouts. I think sodium gets a bad rap all the time, but sodium is an electrolyte just like potassium is. So if you have a good balance of both, it's good for your workout. For my sauces, this right here, woo, creamy bacon, 0 calorie. I mean, I think with 0 calorie stuff, it's tastes a little suspect, but you know, you can't complain when you're contest prepping, and you know, it kind of gives you that moment of like, oh, I have something like semi creamy and sensational, you know, so that helps. And this, you don't know what this is, you need to get on this. Frank's Red Hot, also 0 calories. It has that kind of velvety hot sauce feel. It's not as thin, it's a little thicker. So once again, gives you that moment of like, oh, okay, I'm a normal human. So this is my pre-workout meal. Nothing too crazy. And I'll check you guys for probably my post-workout meal and shake later. All right, my minions, headed to Chipotle right now. Probably one of the few places I'll actually eat. Pretty low fat, straightforward food. Macronutrient wise, all the nutrition calculators are online, but you know, you got to keep in mind when you eat out, you can't weigh everything to the gram. So you kind of gotta, I guess, when you're in contest prep, I guess you should minimize how many times you eat out, just because it'll increase inaccuracies in your overall intake. But for the most part, Chipotle is pretty on point, and they serve and cook things right in front of you. So something people don't know is that you can actually get double rice, pretty much double anything besides meat and guac for free. So here, I'll show you guys how to order. I have a BOGO on my phone, so I'm probably gonna order 2.
That was fast. Mine. Yeah. Which one was the medium?
Hi, can I get 2 chicken bowls, please? Yeah, both to go. Can I get double white rice in both?
Great. Can I get the white rice from mine? No, we can't do that. Yes. Thank you. Any beans, sir?
Let's do black beans in both and fajita in both.
There. Okay. Great. Yes.
Right. Chicken for both?
Ooh, fresh chicken. Yay. For both of them, let's do medium and corn. Medium and corn. Yep. And that'll be it. Yep. Thank you.
It's my post-workout meal. Got 2 scoops protein with a scoop of powdered greens, vegetables, and all that good stuff. You got 1 healthy choice fudge bar, macros in the back of that, and a bagel with Walden Farms peanut butter and Walden Farms strawberry syrup, both 0 calorie. And I also added some cinnamon on top, just because I like cinnamon, but on top of it tasting good, it kind of blunts insulin spike. So this is a little higher in the sugar, so it'll kind of blunt that insulin spike, because I gotta train 2 clients after this. So total macros should be on the side somewhere. And besides this is it. And then I have my Chipotle dinner that I'll record later. And for my last meal, we got Chipotle that I ordered earlier. I think macros for this comes out to be 135 grams of carbs, about 50 grams of protein, and 19 grams of fat. I always overestimate when I go out to eat just because, you know, you can't technically weigh, so I always err on the side of overcaution, and I always overpredict my macros by, you know, 2 to 5%. So yeah, that's pretty much my last meal, and that's what I eat in a day. 3 solid meals. Anything, you know, 3 to 5, anywhere between there is fucking perfect. And anyone who says you have to eat 6 meals a day, get your metabolism going, that's a myth. Don't believe in that. It's whatever you can adhere to. Yep, it's pretty much what I eat in a day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It wasn't much very interesting. I mean, my food's pretty vanilla, nothing too crazy. But just want to talk about like so I'm getting pretty lean. I'm like 8 weeks out now. I'm about 158, around there. Stage where I'm probably looking at about 155, 154. I'm digging probably just below around 8% body fat now. Like I'm getting pretty lean now, if you can see. But yeah, it's getting really tough. I mean, if you gave me like, I don't know, it's beyond hunger, it's beyond cravings, it's some really intense stuff. On, I think not this Friday, but last Friday, I had probably the most intense experience pretty much ever. I woke up. Usually, I'll have a bad day every 2 weeks where my energy is. It felt like I just drank, like I just got piss face drunk the night before, and I just wake up and I'm just like super low energy. So I go and work out, like I'm dragging ass. I'm just after every set, I'm like putting my head against the wall, just fucking trying to get through this. It took me like an hour and a half to do my workout. Then I had 45 minutes of cardio to do it after that. Then I had, you know, I had to eat in my car, meet up with 2 clients that I had to, you know, do some training stuff with. And the entire time with clients, I was just like, like, you know, trying, and like deep down, I felt and I knew that I was being like kind of like down, but like hormonally and chemically, I physically could not pull myself out of it. The whole time I was like just completely out of it, like just so, like I couldn't smile to save for like the life of me. So I barely got through training 2 of my clients. I get home, I eat a pretty decent meal. I think I had like maybe like 120 carbs and so much like protein and all this. I get up to my bed and I lay down, and what I felt was I guess flu-like symptoms, like, you know, when your body aches really bad, and just overall fatigue and weakness. I felt that, like I was curled up in a ball. I had crazy hunger pains, like my stomach was like telling me to eat. Everything in your body when you're during prep, you'll have random bouts of extreme like cravings, and you don't experience this until you get down to very, very low body fat, where body fat isn't just to insulate your body. Body fat triggers hormones, and it signals your body to tell you have enough energy store, that you're healthy, you're safe. So when you have extremely low levels of body fat, 2 main chemicals come into mind: leptin and ghrelin. Leptin tells you how full you are, and ghrelin tells you how hungry you are. When you have very low levels of body fat and you're dieting and you're working out 5 times a week and you're doing 3.5 hours of cardio a week, your ghrelin levels is chemically in your brain telling your body you are starving, you need to eat. Like my brain is constantly thinking about food, and your leptin's low, so when you eat, it doesn't signal you to tell you that you're full. That's what leptin does. So there's these 2 like antagonistic hormones, and they're both working against you. Combine that with an exercise regimen, you know, and you know, I'm a normal person too. I have a girlfriend, family commitments, hanging out with friends. Combine all these things together, and it just creates an extremely stressful environment. And you know, those random days where you have fatigue, and it's just, and honestly, just my regular energy day to day is just pretty down. That's why like making these videos or even just recording myself is such a daunting task, just because I have problems just living a life while prepping, because it is extremely challenging. It's so energy taxing. And if you think just a regular diet of just like a couple months diet is tough, you think dodging a slice of pizza is tough. Like when you get down to low levels of body fat and you're still pushing it to like the utmost limits of leanness before you like die, like it gets very intense. So anyone ever thinks about doing a show, like, you know, you gotta want to do it for you, and just keep in mind, man, these are the things that can happen. Like they can, and they probably will, if you get down to like the lean, like, you know, if you even make it to that level of leanness and you're pushing it forward, all these things can happen. And, you know, I don't think it's healthy at all. I mean, it's a very small time frame in which I'll look like this, but just know that this will happen to you if you want to do like a real contest prep. And yeah, I feel like shit all the time. But, you know, I'm 8 weeks out. I got like only like 4 or 5 pounds to lose, but it's the last 4 or 5, so it's like gonna make me look drastically different. But hopefully I'll be ready in like 6 weeks and carb up for 2 weeks and win my show. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do more of these videos. I'm trying to do it once a week if I can muster the energy and the motivation to do it, if I'm not dying in a zombie. But I'll try to do one once a week from now all the way to my show, which is, you know, 8 weeks. And it'll be fun to kind of look back on these and see how much I bitch about everything. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next week, hopefully.